White Lithium Euro Trash subscribers, we are back at Bennett Coachworks today, and I heard Jim gave me a call and said we need these clips to hold on the weather stripping because I guess some progress is being made on the paint. Let's go find out. All right. Wow. Looks like some masking has been done here. What we got going on? Ooh, the doors are broken down. The weather stripping definitely needs to be reattached. Let's see if we can find somebody to explain to us what's happening here. Let's see what's going on with this Cadillac. This is a 59 Cadillac. California car, is it? This is the apogee of the wing era. These are the tallest fins that were ever put on a vehicle. This is just, man, you need a 4-car garage to put this thing in here. It's been here a long time. Bob told me about it. 10 years?
That right in that spot. See that oil spot?
He had it outside? Does it run?
It had no interior. Sat for so long that...
Let's look inside here. Oh, we got the dash all apart, but a dash like this, look how simple that dash is. Oh my God, it's so simple. Maybe the guy just like needed the, you know, you guys are so expensive, it's like you gotta come up with the money. Who else is your competitor? Man, I wonder what this guy's plans are for this car.
His brother passed away. He was in California.
Yeah.
And it was shipped from California to here.
Wow.
I mean, it's all there. Oh, it works. It all works. Yeah. Just look at the heaviness. Look at the metal in this handle right here. And like, look at how, man. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna want to buy one of these. But it's like, where would you, it just takes up so much.
Jams are painted. The rockers down there, the door jams where we had the patches down here, all of that is in paint. We had everything masked up on the inside, so that's all gone. This part is done, so we can now close the doors and paint the outside of them all in one shot, all over the side of the car.
Are we missing like some spots down here, like right here? Are you gonna come back? Let's see this right here.
Yes, we can come back on that.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
But this is the color match, okay?
Yeah.
So if you see, how far did you paint up to here?
If you can't tell, then we did a good job.
Okay. You didn't paint this whole door, John?
We did not.
Okay. Here, Liz, come over here and look at the paint. Okay. So the fix was down in here, right? And so you see, I guess it's not obvious to me where the original paint starts here. And was this just single stage?
No, this is base clear.
Okay. You know, this was one of the interesting things about this. I mean, it looks. Okay. Good. So what's the next step now?
Next step is final touches on any body work. We'll do a final inspection. If there's any little pinholes or inconsistencies in the bodywork, we'll just do final touch-ups on that. Then it goes into the booth. It has a feather fill primer, which is a high build primer that you block down, and it's like the last little bit of sprayable body filler, basically. And then that gets blocked down, and then we go to sealer base clear.
How much of a wait is there between that first pass and the finished coat?
So the first pass, it gets laid down. We have to unmask everything. We'll block it, so it's going to be a week or two process in that step. After that, it's all of the prep work that's kind of been the long haul leading up to the paint. It all accumulates to the paint getting done in one day.
Okay.
So it's just work, and all of a sudden one day it's all painted and look pretty.
The only thing that I'm really concerned about also here is when we put these patch panels back in here in the fenders, I want to come in back here and make sure we seal it super heavy, so that those tacks don't start rusting from the backside.
Sure.
You know, and just like make sure is it a rubberized like coating or is it paint or whatever it is, it's not visible. But I just, like, I've seen other times where like, okay, you do a metal fix and like the tacks just start welding on you from, you know,
the backside of
the backside under there.
So we'll take care of that when it goes into the booth.
Okay.
And just do it all at once.
Okay. Good. So
How are you?
I don't. It's got an original undercoat
So
on it
one
right now.
of the texture that we spray, nice even texture coating, but it has a lot of durability to rock chips, anything that can get thrown.
This is almost like one of those like rhino liner type
It
things.
is almost identical, yeah.
It's a paint, or is it like an epoxy?
It is a rubberized undercoating.
This
So it's its own product line, but we do have the ability to paint it to whatever your car color is. So it can be any color you want.
It has that ductility, like, you know, a lot of times people, underbody coatings, there's this perception that you're going to get moisture trapped in under the underbody coating. So they're like, I've seen so many cars that I've owned that have been saved by underbody coatings.
Yeah.
And these people that are like anti-underbody coating, I don't agree with it. Hey, Jim, could you quickly, could you just tell us like the history of the business here? Was this founded by Bob?
Yeah, Bob Bennett has been doing this for.
Bob right here.
Yep, that's Bob right there, and he's been doing this professionally for about 50 years.
Does he still come to the office?
Yeah, he'll come down every once in a while. In between times I run the shop.
What percentage of the business is restoration versus hot rod? I mean, when I come here, I see a lot of European cars. I see Porsche. I see.
Yeah.
Bob is a Datsun guy, right?
Yeah, he's a big Datsun guy. He raced Datsuns. He held records at Road America for quite a while, and so he made his name with Datsuns. We do a lot of Datsuns, but we just do primarily
And the
restoration.
Datsun has had a little moment in the sun from a collector's standpoint right now. Those two, what are the 240s, are really going up in value right now. So.
Yeah, especially the Fairlady
Yeah.
style is really popular.
You look at this, the air-cooled Porsche market. I mean,
Yes.
it's almost kind of peaked. Those are cars that you can actually, you could actually make money on an air-cooled Porsche though. You could take a car, a quote-unquote barn find car, this is a race car, but you know, and you could spend what they're doing here and actually come out money ahead. What I'm doing is just like a labor of love because collectors haven't appreciated it. Saab has the most passionate collectors in the world, but the values of the cars aren't reflected. So, for whatever reason. Even though they're rare,
Right.
they're unique, they're rare, and they were high-tech cars for their day. But you know, anyways, it's going to be pretty exciting. Just leave no stone unturned. But yeah, putting on that coating down on the lower, bottom of the rocker. The question is like, what? It wouldn't originally have been that way, but if it preserves the car and helps me preserve the car,
Right.
all the better.
Right. And it's not going to detract from the body work. And it's underneath. Nobody's gonna crawl on their back and look under there to pick you apart.
The value of the car is that it's a turbo, that it's a four-door, that it's in pine green, and that it will be hopefully rust-free.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
like it's. I mean, we have looked at the underbody of the car, and like as soon as this car comes out of here, I'm gonna immediately put it up on jack stands and disassemble. Like it doesn't want to go into first gear that well, right? I don't believe it's a synchro problem actually, which these cars have problems with certain gears. They use this like plastic synchro. It was madness. But you know, I'll have to dig into that. We'll like go into through the suspension. Were there mud flaps on this that came off this? All of those little details. We're gonna have to...
The wheel opening moldings we do still have.
Okay. I don't know if this car, like there was a factory mud flap that would have been a thing. Look at this turbo. This was one of the first cars on the market that was a turbocharged car. Do you see this little small displacement turbo right here? This thing will go. We're gonna make this 150 mile an hour car with Coney shock absorbers and urethane suspension bushings and all the things. And it's gonna take a day and a half just to blow all the in detail this thing. I think it's that. All right, cool. Well, we'll let you to it. This car around. The comfort, the size parking this thing must be 22 feet long. See, here's the thing. Muscle car values have peaked, and people don't realize, but weird 80s European cars, like I think the market is going to come my way. Not that you do it for the money, obviously, but here we go. Now this is the main event right here. Yes, this car is a dime. E-Type. Love the color. God, my car. Don't you just love this color? Look at that interior. Switchgear. This was post-war, born from post-war British thinking. This is, you know, the if you had money, this is what you got. If you didn't have money, you got the MGB, like Joe. But look, just look at how flat this deck really is. Oh my God. Absolutely beautiful. 30s and 40s cars, post-war cars like these are just hemorrhaging in the market, completely valueless because the guys that are into these cars, they're dying, they're aging out of the market. Same thing with muscle cars to a large extent. The collectors that are into muscle cars are going to the retirement home. And you can see the values of cars like these, you know, reflected. For me, these do nothing for me, but this right here, oh, that touches me. That touches me.